How much of your day is spent on, well, not your actual job? I'm talking about that invisible work, the constant toggling between tabs, the downloading and re-uploading, the copy-pasting from your email into a spreadsheet, then into your calendar. It's the digital equivalent of running around an office shuffling paper. It's draining, it's tedious, and it's what keeps you working late. We've all heard about using AI to chat or write an email draft. But what if I told you that's like using a smartphone only to make phone calls? The real, game-changing power of AI isn't just in talking, it's in doing. Imagine an assistant that doesn't wait for you to type a question. Instead, it sees you get a new lead, and it quietly works in the background to create the contact, draft a welcome email, find a time to meet, and update your team, all before you've even finished your cup of coffee. This isn't science fiction. This is what happens when you teach AI to do the boring stuff for you. So how does this actually work? It's surprisingly simple, and it doesn't require you to be a tech genius. It all boils down to two words: a trigger and an action. Think of it like a series of dominoes. The trigger is the first push. It's something that already happens in your day. You receive an email with a specific subject line. You drop a file into a particular folder. You add an event to your calendar. That's the push. The action is what happens next. The first domino falls and hits the next one. That email trigger could cause an action. Extract the attachment. That hits the next domino. Save it to a specific project folder. And the next, send a confirmation message to your team on Slack. A trigger is the "if this happens," and the action is the "then do that." The magic is that you can chain these actions together across all the different apps you already use, creating a completely automated workflow that does the busy work while you do the important work. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but my email and my cloud storage and my team chat don't talk to each other. And you're right, they usually don't. That's where these amazing connector tools come in. Think of them as universal translators or digital glue. The most well-known are services like Zapier and IFTTT. Zapier, for example, connects over 6,000 different apps. That means your Gmail can talk to your Google Sheets, which can talk to your Slack, which can talk to your project management tool. You, the user, just tell it what trigger in one app should cause what action in another. Let's go back to that busy realtor. Their trigger is a new entry on their website's contact form. Using a tool like Zapier, that single trigger sets off a chain reaction across the web. A new contact is created in their CRM, a personalized intro is drafted, a booking link is sent, and a summary of the new lead lands in their team's Slack channel. The realtor didn't have to lift a finger. They just connected the dots once, and the automation takes care of it every single time. But automation isn't just for apps in the cloud. It can happen right on your own computer or phone, managing your personal files and tasks. If you have an iPhone, iPad, or Mac, you already have an incredibly powerful tool called Apple Shortcuts. It lets you build little workflows for things you do all the time. Imagine you're that wedding photographer. They finish editing a shoot and drop a folder of images into another folder called Ready for Client. A shortcut can see that trigger, a new folder being added, and automatically zip the images, upload them to a file-sharing service, draft a delivery email with the share link, and even create a reminder for them to follow up in 2 weeks. All from a simple drag and drop. For Windows users, there's Microsoft Power Automate, which can do something truly amazing. It can actually watch you perform a task in an older desktop program, one that doesn't have a modern connection, and then repeat those exact clicks and keystrokes for you. It's like a robot for your desktop, bridging the gap between new AI and old software. This is where things get really exciting. For years we've had these connector tools, but now we can put an AI brain right in the middle of our workflows. Platforms like OpenAI's ChatGPT can now be given actions, allowing them to use other tools. So it's not just if this, then that. It's if this, then think about it. Draft something smart, and then do that. Let's look at the teacher dealing with an inbox full of absence notes. Their trigger is forwarding an email with the subject absence note to a special address. The automation doesn't just file it. First, it sends the email content to an AI. The AI reads the email, understands it, and extracts the key information: the student's name, the date of absence, and the reason. Then it performs the actions. It logs that info neatly in a Google Sheet, files the original email away, and, this is the magic part, it drafts a warm, polite confirmation email back to the parent. It doesn't send it automatically. It just puts it in the teacher's draft folder, ready for a one-click send. The AI does the reading, understanding, and writing, turning a 5-minute task into a 5-second one. As you start exploring this, it's natural to wonder, is this safe? What about my data? And that's a smart question. Handing over tasks to an AI requires a little bit of thought. First, always stay in control. Especially when you're starting out, build a human-in-the-loop step. That means the AI drafts the email, but you press send. The AI suggests the calendar entry, but you approve it. This saves you 90% of the time without giving up that final say. Second, be mindful of privacy. Before you connect your email or client database, just take a moment to understand what data the service will see. Use these tools for workflow and public information first, and be extra careful with sensitive client or personal data. And finally, start simple. Many of these platforms have generous free tiers. You don't need to build a massive, complex system on day one. The goal is to win back time, not create a new technical headache. So, what does all this mean for you? McKinsey research estimates that by the year 2030, a staggering 60 to 70% of the time we currently spend on tasks could be automated. This isn't about replacing jobs, it's about replacing the worst parts of our jobs. The tedious, repetitive busy work that gets in the way of creative, strategic, and meaningful effort. The power to do this is already here, using the tools you already have. So here's my challenge to you. Don't try to automate your whole life this afternoon. Just pick one thing. What is the single most annoying, repetitive task you do every week? Is it forwarding receipts? Is it creating the same project folder structure over and over? Is it reminding people about meetings? Pick that one thing, and just imagine setting up a simple trigger, one file drop, one email forward, that makes it disappear forever. That's the feeling of leveling up your work with AI. If you want to stop imagining and start building these automations for yourself, step by step, check out our full Level Up with AI course at the link in the description. We dive deep and show you exactly how to get started. Thanks for watching.